Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Destination Switch, your destination for everything Switch 1 and Switch 2 related. I'm your host, VGV, the Video Game Votary. Now, the Switch 2 has been out at least almost 6 months, and the first generation Switch was out for almost 10 years. So being a Switch owner, we all know that certain accessories are absolutely necessary to own. You see accessories ranging from knockoff brands, and then you got the higher end brands that take advantage of the fact that some of these things are necessary. Today I'm going to bring you 3 necessary accessories for your Switch 2 that you could purchase for less than 25 bucks. Now, while I do love my Switch 2, one thing we can all admit, and this was the case even with the Switch 1, you definitely need to pick yourself up a grip to make it more ergonomic and fit in your hands a little bit perfectly. Of course, we got people with different size hands, bigger or larger size hands. I think my hands are pretty small, and it's okay with the stock base of the Switch 2 console in handheld mode. But we all know it could be a lot more comfortable, especially right here in the palms. Especially reach around and you playing like this, your palms can get sore after quite a bit of time. You go on to Amazon, instead of picking up the Kill Switch 2, which is a great product, but I did have some little bit of gripes about it, and not to mention the high price tag of 80 bucks. Comes with some stuff, but one thing that threw me off with that particular case is you kind of had to use third-party equipment in order to dock your Switch 2 console. I wasn't a fan of that and kind of tinkering stuff, so I took it back and I said, let me try one of these cases on Amazon. The specs leaked out, so enough companies were able to create their own grips, and there was a couple that I tried and sent back. But this one that I recently picked up for 20 bucks, and it's actually on sale right now. You could probably get it for about 15 bucks. It's from a company called BhGift. I'm gonna link everything down in the description. You can get it for about 15 bucks. This is the TPU protective case for in Switch 2 console. But don't let this fool you. It is a great product. Let me show you that. All right, so we got our Switch 2 right here. See that, all right? And here is the BhGift grip. Now, there's nothing special to it. It's like almost like a plastic, kind of carbon fiber-ish feel to it, but it got these ergonomic grips on the edges that fills in that space with the palm, and it's very easy to put onto your Switch 2. Now, all you do is slide it in one Joy-Con at a time, and that's very important. Now, you cannot separate the Joy-Cons when using this, and you will see why and how that's not possible. So snaps right on, right over the top, slides right around just like that. I've got fingerprints all over it now, but it makes it a lot more comfortable. And here's from the back, you do have access to your kickstand. So all of that's perfectly fine, nothing gets disrupted, but it gives you that extra comfortability on your hands and the palms. And it's perfectly, you still have access to all your ports on the top as well as the bottom, and it feels really good. But for 20 bucks, you cannot beat this. And honestly, I'm more happy with this than I actually was with the Kill Switch 2. And I say that because the Kill Switch 2, although again, very nicely built, but they had the grips, they were individually placed. This one slides on as a whole. Now, I like this one better because with the Kill Switch, it felt like the Joy-Cons were coming loose. Now, they came out with a second version because of that issue. Supposedly fixed it. I don't know which one I had, but I returned it back to Best Buy, and this one feels so much better. I'm able to play it super comfortably in handheld mode, and I saved well over 60 bucks. The best part about it, if you're familiar with the Kill Switch, there is a attachment that you slide in over top of the dock, and then there creates another dock for you to sit your Switch console inside. But this one, you don't have to use or tinker with any original hardware. And this is one of the big deals that you want to look into when purchasing a grip for your Switch 2. You want it to be able to fit inside of your stock dock. So as you can see, fits right in there with no problem whatsoever. And you can see right there on the sides, it's not over intruding. Everything just fits absolutely perfect. And when you feel like it, slide it back out and you can go right into handheld mode. Only downside to this is you would have to take the grip off to use the Joy-Cons, but I never use my Joy-Cons separately. I just don't. And in that case, you simply pop the grip off and then use your Joy-Con separately if you wanted to use it in mouse mode, if that's what you want. But typically I am playing like this in handheld mode versus separating with the Joy-Cons and using those as individual devices, even though that's part of draws to the Switch system is the Joy-Cons. But me personally, I just don't play like that. And I just want to show you some visuals of me holding the console with the grip on. Now, as I mentioned before, one of the main selling points of the Nintendo Switch console, what makes it stand out versus the rest of the consoles, is its portability. Now, with portability, you want to carry around multiple games. And that's one of the good things about the games being on a cart or a game key card. You can carry multiple, but you don't want to fill up your bag with a bunch of Switch cases. Like, if you're going on vacation, that's going to take up a lot of space. You need something just to store a bunch of your carts in, that way you can swap out multiple games. This is called the Perfect Sight Switch Case. And you can pick this up on Amazon, another item under 25 bucks. Now, the cool thing about this is it can store up to 48 games. There are different models. They have a Legend of Zelda one, and then all kind of different characters, but Mario's the GOAT, so I decided to go with that. So let's open it up. And as you can see here, there's one row right here. And then there's another one. The case is magnetic, so it's a nice hard shell. It's going to keep all your cards safe. And another cool thing about this is not only do you hold 48 cards, not that it's necessary, but there's also a SD card slot inside, and these all fit the cartridges perfectly. This is a nice silicone rubber feel in there to hold your cards in place. You just pop it back in there. And again, it's keeping it nice and safe. You can throw this in the bag without worrying about damaging your games or anything like that. And then you have 48 games that you can take with you, and you can literally slide this in your back pocket if you need to. So I personally prefer this, and you're also not breaking the bank when picking this up as well. So this is another item that's necessary for any Switch or Switch 2 owner that you need to have. Now, with the portability, the next thing is having an actual carrying case. Nobody wants to lug around a big carrying case. It's not as big and bulky as some of the other cases that you pick up, like the messenger bags and stuff like that. You want something a little bit more low-key, but you also wanted to pack a powerful punch and have plenty of space to carry around your Switch 2 console as well as your games. That's where Oivo comes in. They released a new sling bag for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, there's quite a bit out there, but you're gonna pay a premium price 9 times out of 10 in GameStop or Best Buy, something like that, where I've seen them ranging anywhere for upwards of $40 or more. But from Oivo, you can pick this up for 22 bucks right now on Amazon. Plus, at the time of the recording of this video, you can save 10% with a coupon. Let me show you this Oivo sling bag. This is the Oivo sling bag. You have multiple ways you can hold it. It comes with a shoulder strap, which I personally prefer. And then there's also a nice leather handle. Comes with 3 pretty nice sized pockets. This one is a little bit smaller. You got that on the back side. Then in the center, there's also slots for all your game carts if you wanted to put it in here versus the hard shell. You can fit about 24 carts in this one. And there's a zip. There's a elastic strap. I'm guessing for if you want to put your console back here, you can have the padding in front, or you can sit it right in here. Completely up to you. But there's plenty of space to fit your console in there. And then there's also a pocket up front. So it's 3 pockets. Then these got little separators up here if you want to put your cords and cable and stuff in there. And also the cool thing about this is once you get grips, that now changes the narrative as far as your carrying case. You normally have to purchase a bigger carrying case. But with this Oivo bag, guess what? It fits right in that center compartment perfectly. Zip it right up. Goes right in there. without a fight. Nice and snug. So what I typically like to do is take my case of my games, slide that right in the back. That's now secure. And here's the great part that I figured was really awesome. You can also fit your Switch 2 dock right up front. Slide that in there. Look at that. You know, you even have space that you can fit your charger and HDMI cable. So you literally can pack everything in this sling bag and then throw it right over your All right, got my Oivo sling bag. Everything's still in here. My game case, let me just show y'all, just to prove it. My dock's up front. And again, I'm not fighting to zip this up either. My Switch 2 is in there with the grip installed on it. And then on the back pocket, I have my game case. So everything's nice and safe, it's comfortable. It doesn't look super big and bulky, but you can hold it just like this. And the cool thing is, where's the fashion statement? You got the theme of the Nintendo Switch 2, which is, I think, is a nice touch. And then you can just throw it on. And this is how it looks, just hanging on your waist. And you just walking about, you're not taking up space in your backpack, or you just got it right here. You ain't gotta worry about nobody reaching in your backpack. You ain't really even gotta worry about setting it down. You could just kind of have it on your waist and it's chilling. You literally have your entire Switch 2 console right here on you. So just want to show you, not with my big dad vibe, but just want to show y'all how it is. And you literally can walk around and have your Switch 2 comfortably on there, and it fits everything in there instead of having a big bulky case that you want to carry around. Nobody wants to do that. So those are 3 necessities that you need for your Switch 2 that you can pick up without breaking the bank. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about these accessories. Is this something you want to pick up after watching this video? And I'm just here to show you this video's purpose is you don't have to break the bank to accessorize your Nintendo Switch 2. So until we reach our next destination, it's VGV signing off.